Next up is Stephanie Fong with the State and Federal Water Contractors. She'll be presenting on the Estuary portal, which is found within the My Water Quality family of portals. Stephanie?
Hi, everybody. So instead of lunch, I just found out that I was going to be giving this presentation, so I'm just going to kind of give you a tour, try not to babble too much, and as my time wraps up, I'm going to rely on someone to wave at me and tell me to stop and just try not to pass out. So sounds like I need to move this guy over. So we're a little different from CDEC and CDEN. We're not actually a data storage place. We are a place to display data. And as Tony was saying, we are part of the My Water Quality family from the Monitoring Council. So if you go to the Water Monitoring Council's website, and there we go, come down to our aquatic ecosystems healthy, click on it, and then you see that there are subgroups within that, and there's the wetlands, the estuaries portal, streams, rivers, and lakes, and then we're just getting ready to start the ocean and coastal portal as well. So if you go to the estuaries portal, I might need a better mouse pad. There we go. We have quite a bit of different data, and what we strive to do is to link data so that it's live. So CDEC and CDEN are both within the estuaries portal, and the majority of our data that we currently display on the portal is actually from the CDEC data. And what we try to do is make a question-based, very public-friendly place to come in to learn about the health of the estuary. And as a pilot, we've started off with the Bay Delta, but this is a statewide effort, and we're hoping to get additional folks involved so that they can fill in additional estuaries throughout California. So, as I was saying, it's very question-based, as are the rest of the portals. And if we go to the health of the estuary, you get to see that we've based this on the 5 attributes that were in the State of the Bay report, where there are living resources, water, habitat, ecological processes, and stewardship. And currently, we just have the San Francisco portion of it, as I was saying, but within the San Francisco Bay Delta, we've got the same 5 key attributes. And just as an easier tour, because the majority of our information is currently in the living resources section, we have these different living resources, and we try to make the entries into each of these as public as possible. So we're answering very general questions like, what is it, why is it important, what are the trends, how and where is it being monitored, where can I find the data, that kind of information. And currently we've got phytoplankton, zooplankton, benthic fish, and bird information, and we're hoping to continue to grow the portal as we get more participation and more data linkages. And just to sort of contrast the types of data that we have in there, we have things that are fairly static, like in the fish section. We have various kinds of fish, resident, migratory, and others that use the estuary as a nursery. And we go through those same questions over and over again. What is it? Why is it important? How healthy is it? What are the trends? And so as you go through, you'll see that we've got a lot of information that we've pulled from other reports that are out there. A lot of this is from the California Department of Wildlife and from U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services, and as well as DWR. And anytime that we cite a report or data from a report, we try to make sure that people know where to find it, and we link people to the report directly. But if I can go back a little bit and contrast that to where we have live web services, and this is where we hope to get everything. Sorry. In our phytoplankton section, we, again, have the same questions. What is it? Why is it important? What are the trends and how are they being monitored? We can look at some trends. And in here, we work really closely with the data owners. So they were consulted heavily in how we present the data because we want to use their knowledge of trends that they've already seen, that in different areas we're seeing different types of phytoplankton. We're seeing different timing of blooms and things like that. And so if you scroll down, maybe. Can you scroll for me? Thanks. Then you can come over and, oops, this mouse is not. Did it move more? So here we've got chlorophyll A. And what we've done is we've taken DWR's data set that is reported to the State Water Board every year in annual reports and made it a full timeline analysis. So rather than looking at 1 year at a time, we can now look at the entire history of it and see the differences where, say, in the North Delta, you'd see this kind of declining trend over time. But if you go to the confluence versus the mid-delta and south delta, you can see that things are different depending on which sort of regions you're looking at. So as we kind of scroll down, is a big part of how you analyze data comes out in how you're visualizing it. Uh-oh. Can you scroll down, please? Sorry. We actually have the phytoplankton linked up here. So, not too far. You can go back up a little bit. If we select the from the drop-down, different areas, you can look at what, say, the confluence looked like back in 1975 and the proportion of the different types of phytoplankton that were there. And these are totally live with the data that is provided by DWR. So and they're connected. The pie graph is an annual average and the bottom is so that you can see seasonality. You can actually go onto the graphs and click on and off the various species. If we can move the mouse. Sorry. So you can click on and off the different species in the bottom graph, and it'll allow you to see some more of the resolution because down at the very bottom you've got quite a bit of sort of bouncy, low-lying numbers. And clicking off some of those other species, it will allow you to see what's happening with the other sort of minor species. So visualizing it is really important in how you analyze the data, and so that's why we're trying to tell this sort of more united story of these are trends that we're seeing, these are different groupings that make sense, and how trends are changing as far as species composition in this region compared to another region over time. And I think I'm running short on time, so I'm done babbling. But we are a group of about 15, 16, I think we're up to 18 now, different organizations that basically everyone is bringing in their own free time effort. And we're really planning to include more information and trying to get more of the data live so that you can kind of play with it more like this. The other thing that I didn't mention is the little 3 hash bars up there allows you to actually download the data. So you not only have presentations, you can actually grab the data itself from here, because that's a prime of prime importance to the Monitoring Council, is making data accessible and helping people understand what it means. So trying to make a public amount of information and drilling down to the different levels where even the highest level scientists can use the data and get specifics out of it. Sorry.
Thank you, Stephanie. Any questions?